Okay, we are in Taipei, and I was staying in the Ximen area. So this video will be about all the good eats around the station. So no sweets, just good stuff. And as you see, it's a very developed area downtown. They call it the Shibuya or Shinjuku of Taipei. And you can sort of see it has a similar vibes. If you've been to Korea, Seoul, it looks like Myeongdong. And at night, it really comes alive with lots of restaurants and neon signs, etc. All right, first stop is the Duck House, which is pretty poorly named because they actually serve goose meat. And a very old restaurant. I heard it has like a 50-year history. And very simple menu, just duck and noodles. And you there's two floors, and you pay downstairs at the end. And we chose this place because it's one of the few places that actually serve beer during the day. All right, so the smaller places usually don't have beer or alcohol. Okay, and so we first went with noodles with goose. All right, you can choose the noodles you have. You can have like rice noodles or egg noodles. And then we went with goose meat, so a quarter, okay, which is quite a lot. All right, so there was 3 of us, and this was plenty for 3 people. All right, so very, lightly seasoned. I think it was like poached in a soup. That's kind of salty, and you dip it in sauces and eat it like that. Another place is Wangji Fucheng Zongzi. Okay, so excuse my pronunciation. It's basically sticky rice dumplings. This is open from the morning, very, very fast rotation. I didn't have to wait. All right, so I went with their standards, daikon, radish, and fishball soup, which was really, really good. Very soft radish. Okay, so it has the fish balls were quite tough, so you can tell it's made from real fish, and it has a little bit of a fish flavor, but I kind of like it. And then the zongji, which is the sticky rice dumpling. So quite, in Japan they call it chimaki, and sometimes in Cantonese dim sum you might get it as sticky rice wrapped in a leaf. And I think compared to the Cantonese version, this one was quite strong. Okay, the taste was quite strong, and there's a lot inside. Okay, you can tell there's a big piece of pork inside. There's, I believe, some bamboo shoots. Okay, but quite delicious, and makes for a great brunch or breakfast. Okay, and also nearby is Nanmay Coffee. This is an old school cafe or coffee shop. Okay, in Japan they would call it like a kisa. Really old school vibes. Nice place for coffee. My coffee was about 100 Taiwanese dollars, which is similar to what the hotel was charging. So that seems to be the going rate. And I just went with a regular Colombian coffee. There's all types of beans you could choose from, but I just went with the simple Americano. Okay, and they seem to be also famous for desserts and sandwiches. The people around me were eating sandwiches, but I just came for a morning coffee. So I really recommend it. I try to avoid going to Starbucks as much as I can, especially when I'm traveling in another country. So this is a very local, very cute receipt. Really, really nice kisa or old school cafe. Ximen Noodle is a place that's open 24 hours, and we went pretty late. I think we went around midnight, and it was packed. Okay, so you order on the paper first. Unfortunately, I don't think they had an English menu, and they're famous for their noodlehan rice with pork, and also braised dishes. Okay, so pork knuckle and things like that. And you can tell it's packed. We had to actually wait about 10 minutes to get in line. There was a group of 5 of us, and we went with their standard noodle ham. Okay, that comes with a bit of cucumber and radish, and then this is braised pork knuckle which is quite good. And the noodle han, honestly, it was a bit light in taste. I thought it could have been stronger. And the beef noodles as well, I thought was a bit light in taste, especially for the price. It's not that cheap. But again, it's late night, 24 hours, and you can't really complain. Next, we have Oyster Plus, which is a restaurant specializing in seafood and oysters. Again, one of the few places that have beer, that's why we chose it. Start with boiled oysters, very small oysters compared to Japanese oysters. And this was really good. This was a seafood noodle dish that we shared. You can tell all kinds of seafood, the shrimp, fish balls, oysters. So yeah, really good. And Tian Tian Li is something you see on YouTube all the time. I try to avoid these kind of places because you have to line up, and I'm sure there are other good places, but my friends wanted to go, so we checked it out. There's a Japanese and English menu, and you order first. And they're famous for their typical Taiwanese foods like oyster omelets and noodle han. We went right when it opened, so we got in right away. And I was pleasantly surprised, I have to say. It was really good. Okay, the stir fry was excellent, good garlic flavor. Okay, it's a bit of wok hei. Their noodle han, I have to admit, was the best I had during my trip. I think I had it 4 times during my stay, and this was honestly the best. Okay, very, very rich flavor. The fat was good. Their oyster omelet was also pretty good. I'm usually not a fan, but the sauce wasn't too thick, wasn't too sweet, so it was really, really good. Another place, this is actually closer to Taipei Station, but it's about a 10-minute walk from Zenmen, is this barbecue, Hong Kong style barbecue restaurant. And I really love Hong Kong barbecue. We can't get it in Japan, so it's hard to get in Japan. So I just had to go. Okay, you order first, and then you pick up, you order at the counter, and then you can bring it to the table to sit down, so you pick it up first. At the very back, there's a big pot of sort of duck soup, or herbal soup. Okay, so it's basically the neck and other parts of duck. And I got 2 meats on rice, okay, so roast duck and barbecue pork, so chashu. And this was amazing, okay? It really reminded me of barbecue that you get in Hong Kong. Okay, very, very generous size. And it comes with braised tofu, and you get some vegetables as well on the side. And a really good deal for that price, okay? So if you're around Taipei Station, I really recommend this place. Okay, see you next time.